Roadhouse, released in 2024, is an American action movie helmed by director Doug Liman, featuring a screenplay by Anthony Bagarazzi and Chuck Mondry. It serves as a contemporary remake of the 1989 film of the same name. Elwood Dalton, a former UFC middleweight fighter facing personal struggles, earns a living by deceiving fighters in the underground circuit. His path changes when Frankie, the owner of a rowdy roadhouse in Glass Key, Florida, offers him a position as the head bouncer. Reluctant at first, Dalton accepts after narrowly escaping a suicide attempt involving a freight train wrecking his car. He travels by coach bus to the roadhouse, Frankie's establishment, where he forms a bond with Charlie, a teenager helping run a bookstore with her father, Stephen. At the roadhouse, Dalton confronts a motorcycle gang employed by the local crime boss, Ben Brandt, and takes it upon himself to transport the injured thugs to the hospital. There, he crosses paths with Ellie, a compassionate doctor who tends to his wounds. Settling into Frankie's unused houseboat, Dalton takes on a mentorship role with the other bouncers and earns favor among the community. When gang leader Dell makes an attempt on Dalton's life, Dalton discovers him lurking on his houseboat. In a struggle, Dalton tosses Dell into the water, but tragically, Dell falls prey to a lurking crocodile, unable to be saved by Dalton. Knox, a deranged enforcer, receives orders from Brandt's imprisoned father to track down Dalton. Following an unexpected romantic outing with Ellie, Dalton faces a menacing ultimatum from Sheriff Big Dick to vacate the town, but Ellie intervenes, revealing herself to be the sheriff's daughter. Ellie discloses that her father is in cahoots with Brandt, who has inherited his father's lucrative drug empire. Confronted by Brandt at the roadhouse, Dalton is forced to confront his haunting past. During a UFC title bout against a friend, Dalton's uncontrollable fury led to the death of his opponent in the ring. Amidst the tension, Knox arrives with Brandt's cohorts, sparking a brutal brawl within the bar, leaving Dalton gravely injured. Frankie divulges Brandt's scheme to seize properties for an upscale resort, with her being the sole dissenter. Despite intending to depart the town, Dalton discovers Charlie and Stephen hospitalized after Brandt's henchmen set fire to their bookstore. Fueled by rage, Dalton dispatches one of the responsible thugs and apprehends a corrupt deputy caught in the act of delivering Brandt's illicit funds. Manipulating the situation to incriminate the deputy and seizing the cash. The sheriff later informs Dalton that Brandt has abducted Ellie and demands the ransom in exchange for her release. Stealing a motorboat to reach Brandt's yacht, Dalton confronts him alongside the sheriff, who admits the kidnapping was a ploy to lure Dalton on board. However, Brandt reveals he truly has Ellie captive. Tensions escalate as Knox approaches in his own vessel, but Dalton detonates a bomb, enabling him to locate Ellie below deck. Escaping the sinking yacht by motorboat, Brandt seizes Ellie again, but Dalton commandeers Knox's boat. In a daring move, Dalton and Ellie leap off as Brandt's yacht crashes into the roadhouse. Surviving the wreckage, Knox commandeers a pickup truck and crashes into the roadhouse, engaging Dalton in a fierce brawl. When Brandt orders Knox to eliminate Dalton, Knox unexpectedly turns on Brandt, breaking his neck. Although Knox attempts to finish Dalton with a shard of wood, Dalton gains the upper hand and incapacitates Knox by repeatedly stabbing him. The sheriff arrives, agreeing to assist Dalton and cover up the events. Meanwhile, Frankie and Stephen begin the arduous process of rebuilding. As Dalton bids farewell to Charlie and prepares to leave town, Stephen discovers the trunk of cash Dalton left behind. In a post-credit scene, Knox, having survived, wreaks havoc at the hospital before departing.